I have created a new program, OpenAI vectorstore.py, and I'll be using these four documents: class 11 physics part 1, part 2, class 12 physics part 1, part 2. These are the physics material or high level physics material from the central board in India, and we'll be using these files to create the vector store, and later on we'll be using our Python application to read these files and answer physics questions. The first thing that we have to do is import OpenAI and then create the client. And inside of this client, we can provide the API key also. If I do not provide the API key, it would be retrieved from the environment variable that we had set up earlier. If you do not want to set up the environment variable, you can pass the API key here itself. All right, so there are four files now, and what will I do is that I will upload all the four files in the file storage of OpenAI platform. In the OpenAI platform, in the manage section, there is an option called storage. Now, if you go to storage, you see there are multiple options. One is files, the second one is vector stores, and the third one is skills. Files is the place where we upload the file. It provides us the vector store. We can upload the file directly from here. We can give it a name. We can provide the purpose, and these are the purpose that I had already talked about: the fine-tuning assistance, user data, batch, vision, and evals. And we can provide some expiration also, whether we want to expire the file, whether we want to delete the file automatically or not. The reason this expiration is provided because the files might get updated pretty frequently, so you want to delete the file when it becomes obsolete. So this is one option. We can use this upload button here also, and then once we upload the files, we'll be able to see the files here. The second one is vector stores, and here we'll be creating the vector store using the files that we upload in this file storage. There's another option called skills. We'll talk about skills later on, but right now let's focus on files and vector stores. So instead of creating the vector store or creating the file from the console, we'll be using the APIs. The first thing that we have to do is upload the file in the file storage of OpenAI. And I'll be using the Python programming language. So let's use class 11 physics part 1, and you'll have to open it in read binary format. Remember that. And the binary format would be read inside of the physics file variable. Now this is very important that you'll have to open the file and then use the API. If you use the API directly, then the file will not be uploaded. You'll see that the file has been uploaded, but the size would not be correct. Let me upload this first, and then I'll show you what do I mean by that. Now I'll be creating or uploading the file using the client API, and here I have this files method and then create method, and inside of it, this create method will have to pass multiple options. The first option would be the file itself, and this should be the binary data or file streaming data. Now, where do you get the file streaming data from? This is the one, which is physics underscore file. And then we provide the purpose. That's it. Let's say the purpose is user underscore data. So this is how we can upload a file. So let me go ahead and upload the file and print the file ID. So we can use the variable .id, and then we can print this file ID. So once this completes, we'll be able to see the file in the file storage of OpenAI. The upload would take some time depending on the size of your file, and this is the file ID. You can get the file ID from the console also. Let's go to the platform and refresh. We'll be able to see the file here. So this is the file. You see class 11 physics part 1, and if you click on this file, it will show us all the metadata. This is the status, it has been uploaded. This is the file ID. This is the purpose that I had provided, and this is the size, and obviously the created date. So this is how we can upload multiple files, but I wanted to show you another way. Now let's say I do not use this with open, and I'll try to upload the file using the API directly without the streaming data, without streaming the file data. So let's provide the file here. Maybe the name of the file would be class 11 physics part 2, and then the purpose. You might find this in some places that this is how the file uploading is done. It will not error out, but let me show you what the problem would be. Okay, sorry, I'll have to provide it in maybe a tuple and then provide read binary. The execution is complete. This is the file ID. But if I go to the platform, this is the file that I have uploaded. See, the size is only 2 bytes. It says the size is 2 bytes, even though we have file ID and everything, but the file size is 2 bytes, which is not correct. The size of this file is 6 MB. So that's what the problem is. You should not use this. We should use the way we have done earlier. So I'll just remove it, and we should run it in a loop, obviously not manually one by one. Maybe let me create an array wherein I'll provide all the file names which are pending. These are the 3 files which are pending. Let's upload this one by one. So I'll loop through the file, all the files, and then upload it one by one. And here I'll just provide the name of the variable. Let's name it as raw file, and it will print the file ID for all the 3 files. It might take some substantial time because I'm uploading 3 different files. Let's wait for the execution to be over. All the files have been uploaded, and these are the file IDs. We need these file IDs while creating or uploading the files to the vector store. We can get it from the console also. Let's see whether all the files are there or not with the proper size. So this is the platform, and we have this file which was uploaded earlier. This is the file that I had uploaded just using the name, so I can delete it from here. Then this is the third file, which is 6 MB. This is the fourth file with 4 MB size. This is the third file with 4 MB, and this is the fourth file with 5 MB size. So all the files have been uploaded in the file storage of OpenAI. We have not created the vector stores yet. If you go to vector stores, it is still empty. We can create it from here. We can just click on create, provide it a name, and it will be created. I'll not do it from here. Let me delete this. Now I'll be creating the vector store here. Actually, all of these should be performed one after the other. And this is the API, as simple as that, client.vectorstores.create. And let's print the vector store ID. Right, so it would create the vector store with this name, physics tutor store. Okay, there was some problem. I had to provide the parameter name, which is name equal to this name. Now it should be created, and this is the vector store ID. We should be able to see the vector store here itself in the console, and this is the one which is physics tutor store. The size is 0 KB, but this is the vector store ID. So we have created the vector store, and we have uploaded the raw data or the raw files also. Now we'll have to load the raw files to the vector store, and while loading, OpenAI will automatically create the vector embedding. Now there are 2 APIs available. One is upload and pull, and the other one is create and pull. So I have already told you the difference, as I have uploaded the files in the OpenAI's file storage. So we'll be using the create and pull. But the API is a little different. We'll have to use vector underscore stores dot file underscore batches, because we want to upload the file in batches, and then we'll be using this create and pull API. So there's another API available which is upload and pull, but I'll be using the create and pull because the files are already available in the OpenAI servers. Now here we'll have to pass multiple parameters. The first one is the vector store ID. Then the file IDs, we'll have to provide all the file IDs. Then the chunking strategy. And the chunking strategy should be as such that we provide the type first, which should be static. If you do not provide chunking strategy, it would automatically use the auto chunking strategy, and that's what you should use if the file sizes are small. If the file sizes are pretty big, and if you have a fair amount of idea about the content of the file, then you can use your own chunking strategy. After the type static is given, we'll have to give the number of tokens for the chunk and the overlap. The first one would be the max chunk size tokens. Let's mention it as 400. And the second one would be the overlap chunk size, which can be provided using chunk overlap tokens. Now note that the sizes are based on tokens. So this is 400 tokens, not 400 words. One more thing that you have to note, that the overlap tokens cannot be more than half. So the maximum that you can provide is 200. It can be lesser than that also. Let's use 175. So that would be the overlap. Now let's get the vector store ID, which is this one, and the file IDs. Now here we'll have to provide the file IDs in an array. but this is not how it is done. All these operations will be done in a single go. So here the vector store ID would be the variable name of the vector store dot id, and the file IDs would be an array with all the file IDs appended to it. But right now let's do it manually. We can go to the files here and get this file IDs from the console. These are the four file IDs that was created when we uploaded the files. Now let's look at the vector store one more time. The size is currently 0 KB. There's no expiration policy, which means that it will never get expired. This is the vector store ID. We'll be using this in future hands-on. And if you scroll down, it will also show you the files that are attached to this vector store. Currently, no files are attached. Once the execution is complete of the Python program, then we'll be able to see the files attached to it. Now let's run this code. It might take quite some time for the files to be uploaded or attached to the vector store. Now what OpenAI is doing, it is not uploading the raw data. It is converting the content of the files into vector embeddings, and then it is loading in the vector store in chunks. So the uploading is done. Now if you refresh this, so only two files got uploaded, one was failed. So that's why the size is 6 MB. Not sure what was the issue. We'll delete all the files and the size is back to 0 KB. Let's execute this program again. Alright, I think I know what the issue is. Here I did not provide a comma. It was a syntactical error. Now let's execute this again. It will take some time, and once the upload is done, we will be able to see all the files which are there in the vector store, and the size of the vector store would also be a little high. And all the files were uploaded, none of them failed, and this is the size, which is 12 MB. Now this vector store contains the vector embedding of all the four files. If we want, we can add more files from the console also. If I add one more file, that file would be uploaded to the vector store after the vector embedding is done. But we should not use the console, we should always use the APIs. So this is how we can create a vector store in OpenAI.